I am worried that as soon as Pahlavi returns, the remaining members of IRGC will start making random attacks to prevent the buildup of the new government and destabilize the country. How could this be prevented so that Iran won't be a failed state?
Okay, so the concern is that after Iran is free, the people who are with the IRGC right now will cause chaos. Is that what the concern is? Sorry, I missed the first part.
Sorry, and I didn't
Was that the
even.
concern?
So I'm worried that as soon as Pahlavi returns, the remaining members of the
Oh,
IRGC will start making
yes.
random attacks to prevent the buildup of new government and destabilize.
Yeah. So obviously, the people who are with the Islamic Republic, with IRGC right now, once Prince Reza Pahlavi comes back, once Iran is free, there's going to be a portion of them that would want to do terrorist attacks and cause instability, and that is going to be a challenge. That is almost guaranteed that will happen. I don't think it's a challenge that we will not be able to overcome for three reasons. First of all, the Iranian people who have been fighting without being armed for so long to make their country free, once Iran is free, given what we saw they do when they're not armed, imagine when their country needs them, and this time they're going to be trained and armed by our military. Like, imagine if Prince Reza Pahlavi comes out and puts a call to action, calling upon the Iranian people, saying that your country needs you. We need to rebuild the Artesh. Everybody who can, you're going to have a salary. Please come and join the army so that we could protect our country. The number of people who will be joining, I don't think many people would not even want a salary. They were like, there's going to be the honor to join the new Artesh and the new Savak to be able to secure the country. So I don't think, compared to that force, I don't think, I mean, it's going to be a challenge. Second and third together, I do think that the fact that Israel and United States were involved in freeing Iran means that the Iranian people will have no problem allowing US bases in Iran, US military bases in Iran, right? The love that the Iranian people have for United States is as high as it was before. It's astronomically higher right now, and I know United States would be very interested to have U.S. bases inside Iran. That they always do, to have, like, they always want to have U.S. bases in as many places as possible, and I know the Iranian people will not oppose that given what happened. um and Israel also, I know Israel would want to do intelligence cooperations with the so here's the thing, like, usually Israel is like wanting to go into Lebanon, wanting to go into Syria, wanting to go into Iraq to neutralize threats against Israel, and it's usually a political nightmare because these countries are like, get the f out, right? But with Iran, there none of that even exists. Not only it's not like get the f out, it's like, come here, let's work together. So this is going to be easy for Israel to come and help the new Iranian government, to work with them, train our intelligence agencies, work with directly, parallel with them, to identify and neutralize the threats to our country, which is going to be the same threats to Israel at the same time. So a combination of cooperations with the Israelis and Americans, and the fact that the Iranian people are going to be very eager to join the government. The challenge is going to be too many applications, in my opinion. So although this is going to be a challenge, I think it's a challenge that we will be able to overcome.
Okay, wonderful. Next, we have Dajal.
Yeah. Can we go to Aries, because he just raised his hand and he's talking from inside Iran? Yeah,
Beautiful.
because
Also,
he
it
just
was
raised his hand.
mentioned
Sorry.
that when we called him up earlier, it was to hopefully get an update from him, not to just have him
Yeah.
comment on
Yeah.
communism.
Okay, I know that was what you guys wanted, but let me tell you, the Iranian community that are part of my network in Iran, like Jewish Time Aris here, they are very eager to defend free markets and limited government, maybe more than more than talking about their own lives. Okay, so this is something that is very popular. Free markets and limited government is a huge big topic in Iran, and Iranians are a big fan of it.
Oh yeah, that was the exact reason why we had that. And I just wanted to add that the sentiment here inside Iran is that what you said, Armin, about the US making bases here, or I don't know, Israeli forces coming to Iran to help us with that. The sentiment from the people whom I speak to is that that would be a, I don't know, they feel that they would be in their debt if they decide to do that. It's not that they would even want them. They're hoping that they do that and help us getting rid of these terrorist assholes.
Right. So you're saying, let me see if I understand you. So you're saying that allowing, for example, the Americans to have U.S. bases in Iran, from the Iranian perspective, that is not doing a favor to the Americans. That is the Americans doing a favor to us. Is that what you're
Oh
saying?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
this is the best. This is the best. America's dream come true. Like hey, like no convincing needed. More American bases in the Middle East is like America's number one hobby. Right.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Let me go on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they were writing, they were all over the place. The writings of Javid Shah, Magbar dictator, Magbar Khamenei, all over. You would see them everywhere, like literally everywhere. You won't believe that. And there's so much and in all over the place, they can't even do a good job removing them. There's just too much for them to just go around all of the cities in Iran and removing them. They're written all over the place.
But why are
Yeah.
you outside? Shouldn't you shouldn't you be staying home under the bombardments?
Okay, I have a dog. I should walk her. But it was
Okay.
too fun, but it was too exciting walking in the city, looking at all of these writings on the walls that I just kept doing that for hours. It was so fun.
But don't we have the command from Prince Reza Pahlavi that you need to stay home?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll
He was like,
explain to you in private.
yeah. Okay, but seriously, please stay safe. Like right, like this. I know. You want. It's fun to go outside and look at all the writings and the graffiti on the wall against the regime and all. But remember, the drones are it's difficult for the drones to identify who's with the regime if more of us are in the streets. So this is like, to make their job easier, it's really important to empty the streets.
Okay. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning, so it was literally no one in the streets but me and I don't know, maybe another
Okay.
cat or dog. Yeah,
Okay.
walking down the
Okay.
street. Yeah.
Wait, but Aries, how is the attitude and in the feeling of other people that you speak to?
Great, celebrating still and waiting for the day to come out and put an end to this regime.
Amazing. I saw Mehran raise his hand, and I haven't seen Mehran talk for can we is it okay, guys, if we do Mehran, because my time is very limited? Is it okay if we go to Mehran?
Sorry, Dijal. Also, very quick point for Tom. Listen, the dogs have been through enough in Iran. Now you're blaming the dog for your misbehaviors. Come on, please. Gentle for the dog.
She will piss in my room. It won't be. I can't live here anymore.
Okay. We should ask Princess Pahlavi to clarify his call to action for people who have dogs. That's a good point. All right, guys. Sorry, Dajjal. I want to go to Mehran first because I'm going to be leaving soon and I might not hear what he has to say. Okay,
Yeah,
Mehran.
yeah. Hi,
Thank you.
everybody. This is my first
Hi.
time here. So there are just so many topics I can talk about. But first and most, there was somebody talking about the potential, I think, attacks or something like that in Iran after the liberation. As to my experience, I have lived in Europe for some time now, and I follow up with news and people who are now, and what I have understood is that many of them, they are actually Afghanians, like people from Afghanistan, or they have some, I don't know, some ties to them, because they are the one that they are gonna lose everything if Iran changes. They won't have a place to live. They won't have a, what's it called, like a tourist destination to go to, as they do in Europe when they live here, or America, or wherever. They go to Iran for a holiday. So they are the ones we are like, we have to be really careful about whether they are in Iran or outside, because this IRGC ideology, their cult, their radicalism is on another level. I don't know. I have lived here in Europe, and I have had colleagues from Afghanistan. Most of them, they are good people, but those who are like really Muslims, they they are really harmful to their own people and their own women, even though they live in Europe. I have seen with myself people who like have done bad things to their women, and yeah, we have read about it in the media and newspapers. But yeah, I think we are worrying about the wrong people. IRGC members, they are just gonna change face and do their daily lives, and yeah, those people we are gonna be really in trouble with. Hopefully not.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yes, thank you. I just want to. You're talking about people from Afghanistan that we need to be worried about. Just a short answer. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like there are, I don't know, the estimate is
Yeah.
like 6 million people, but there are a lot more
Okay.
Afghani living in Iran
Okay.
and
I
also
just
abroad,
yeah, got it. I got it. I just want
sympathizing
to
with the
clarify. I
regime.
just
But
yeah, got it. I just want to make sure that we. I understand the challenge, and I do agree with the challenge. I just want to be careful that because we do have people from Afghanistan who support our revolution as well. I just want to make sure that we see them as well.
yeah, of
I
course,
met
I
with.
also
I've
said,
heard
sorry to
of so
interrupt,
many
but
people.
I said I have also lived with them. I know there are a lot of good people, but the bad ones.
Yes, of course. I mean, of course, every country has like, yeah, and Afghanistan is dealing with that challenge more than many other countries. I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just wanting to make sure that we also point out, like, I'm not correcting you. We have met people from Afghanistan who are very, very eager to support our revolution against the Islamic Republic, and some of them are hoping that once Iran is free, that might help their country as well. So and again, once so, the challenge from Afghanistan, you're very correct to point that out, and the challenge from Afghanistan is going to continue once Iran is free. And I think that we from Iran, we need to also help Afghanistan. I think this is going to become a really, really long process. Like, honestly, I think Afghanistan and Pakistan are so far behind when it comes to liberating them, because in Iran the problem is the regime, but the Iranian people are very modern, very liberal minded, very secular minded. But the Afghanistan and Pakistan people are on average are very behind. I know there are many good people there, many secular activists there, many people who know how toxic the situation is in their country. So they do exist. But because we share a border with Afghanistan and Pakistan, even though this is going to take decades and decades because they're so far behind, we need to turn Iran into a base of operations for spreading secularism everywhere in the region, especially Pakistan and Afghanistan. And I think we need to focus on their children. I do think that, like, for example, one thing I'm passionate about, maybe advocating that starts when Iran is free, is creating institutions that their job is to smuggle in phones that are, eventually, when we have phones that get directly connected to satellite in internet, what I want is to have institutions that basically send these phones, get them into, like, we need to have create private schools in home, like one-on-one schools for children in Afghanistan, especially in Afghanistan, because they don't have access to school there, especially like young girls. They don't have proper, like, the boys don't have proper schooling and the girls don't have any schooling. I want them to be educated with these phones that we send them. Like, I think, like, we need to work on modernizing and secularizing the next generation of the kids who are growing in Afghanistan, especially as a way to fight against the Islamic tyranny over there. So this investment, like imagine with, I think with AI and one-on-one tutoring and direct access to internet, with people who are paying for the membership of the internet, access to satellite internet on these phones, we need to really work on, because it's easier to hide a phone once you don't need like a Starlink device to get connected to the internet. I think the just in the same way the internet, I think, managed to modernize and free a lot of people all around the world from Islamic brainwashing. I think AI and satellite internet is going to be a huge leap forward going there, and I think there needs to be a lot of investment trying to invest in the future generation of the kids in Afghanistan and Pakistan. All right, so I have 4 more minutes. So 4 more minutes.
Yeah, Armin, before you go, is it okay if I can
No,
make
no,
you
no,
a
no. Let's
request?
no,
Oh,
no,
I
no.
thought
Because
you.
I have 4 more minutes, and there are people on the list,
Oh, I
and we
thought
could
that
talk
you were
again
saying
next.
that was. I
Okay.
thought you were
Next
done
on the
with it.
list, we have Dijal and Drew. Are you still with us? Let me know in the chat if so.
Yeah, thank you, BT. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Armin, what do you what do you think is going to be done about the communists in the new Iran? Because I know under his father, communism was actually banned entirely.
Okay.
You were considered an enemy of the
Okay.
state if you're a communist. What's going to happen here?
Okay. Under Mohammad Reza Shah, communists were basically agents of the Soviet Union, trying to attack the country. So it's different right now. So I think we're not going to ban communism. The Iranian people we want freedom of expression, and Prince Reza Pahlavi wants freedom of expression. When Mohammad Reza Shah did that, that was because the Soviets were literally coming to invade our country, and communists were not just people who were like, oh, let's talk about communism. They were foreign agents. They were foreign agents. So that was a different situation. So we're not going to repeat that.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. If Drew is not here.
Drew is no longer with us. Nope.
Oh, that sounded horrible. Okay. Let me.
Yeah,
All right. So Behzad and Jewish Samantha, can you, each one of you, can you do 30 seconds? Because, and after I leave, you guys could have as endless conversation. Behzad, did you want to say something to me? Because it's okay. No, Jewish Samantha, you wanted to say something before I go?
No, I mean, I just wanted you to have a look at that website.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me click on it. But go on, Jewish Samantha.
Well, what about if it was like a communist who was greatly like opposed Soviet Union and wanted to fight the Soviet Union?
Well, it wasn't the case back then during Mohammad Reza Shah. Communists were Soviet Union agents. So you're talking about in the future or back then? Because back then that was not the case.
I mean, I'm talking about like either. Like, what about like communists who are like, yeah, okay, I'm a commie, but like,
When are we talking about? At Muhammad, like, tell me fast. When you're talking about Muhammad Reza Shah's time or the future of Iran?
I don't know. I guess like, okay, fine, future.
Well, it doesn't matter. Even in the future, even if they are pro-Soviet Union, they're still free to talk about it. I mean, I think they shouldn't be free to join the government. They shouldn't be able. I mean, I think like a communist party should be banned. I think, in my opinion, as one, I would say like communism should not be allowed to be part of the government. But I think communism should be able to have free speech and have YouTube channels, go debate people, stuff like that. Even if they are pro-Soviet Union, they should be able to talk about that. Why are you giving me thumbs down? I'm saying even if they're pro-Soviet Union, they should be free to talk about it. Yeah, but I'm saying they should be able to talk about it. I'm not saying I agree with them. If they are anti-Semitic, I want to see their anti-Semitism. If I ban it, I'm not going to be able to see it. I want to see it to be able to fight it.